Alright, can you guys hear me? Maybe? No? Anyways, can you guys hear me? I don't know if you guys can actually hear me or not. Let me take this off. Alright, so I'm wearing my White Rabbit costume, or I was, but I don't know if you guys can actually hear me. I want to talk about Devil May Cry Season 2, because I watched the anime version. I've seen a lot of criticism about it. I'll give my take on it, because I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I do have a lot of criticism about it, because, yeah, let's talk about it. Now, if you're a fan of the games, I'll be honest, you're gonna hate this show. Like genuinely hate it because it butchers a lot of the characters. You're either gonna love this series or you're either gonna hate it. Like there's literally no in between. At least from what I've seen online. Me personally, as a person who's never really played the games, I enjoyed it for what it was. Now, is it the correct depiction of the characters? Probably not. Like genuinely not. Even me as like a casual like into the series, I'm just like, wait, why are these characters doing such stupid decisions? Like genuinely, season 2 does feel like an upgrade compared to season 1. Like the fighting and the animation looks a lot better compared to season 1. Like you see a lot more, like you can tell like the animation has improved a little bit. In my previous video about season 1, I complained that the animation was kind of stiff at times. It was a little bit rough, but here they've actually improved upon it. I do give them credit for that. The soundtrack overall pretty amazing. They do pick some pretty good banger music. They picked like a lot of good ones. As far as animation wise, I think it's pretty good. Fight wise, choreography wise, I think it is amazing. Genuinely has some good animation, good fight sequences. But story wise, I was just left a little bit frustrated at certain plot points. Now, am I excited for season 3? Yeah. This is not what I would call Devil May Cry adaptation. I would just like call it its own thing. I know a lot of people are still like get infuriating about it and getting mad that Ali Shakur promised a Wonder One adaptation, or at least an accurate representation of the series, when overall he turned his back around and said, yeah, we're not doing that shit. We're gonna do like our own thing, which is kind of crazy. It's like a slap in the wrist for the fan base. Also, one of my main criticisms, like this is just a personal one, is Dante. Like I know his voice actor Johnny Young Bush, whatever his name is. Sometimes he be switching from Dante to Lelouch. I can literally hear Lelouch because he voiced Lelouch in Code Geass. Like he be switching back and forth to him. I'm just like, holy, can you like at least fix your voice, because you're switching back to Lelouch. I just cannot unhear it. That's just me though. Like that's just my criticism about his performance. Like you can hear it like switch back and forth, which is kind of funny to me. But Virgil overall as a character, like to me, I liked him, but I disliked him. Mostly due to the fact that he kept saying Mundus this, Mundus that. Oh my gosh, the amount of time. If I had $1 for every time he said Mundus, I'd probably have like a few dollars, because he would constantly be repeating, oh, Mundus did this for me, Mundus did that. I just wanted to be really annoying. Like, okay, so he's gonna be evil, good, and then turn evil again, but then also turn good. I just found it like the whole bait and switch to be really frustrating. Now, the dynamic between Dante and Virgil, I found it to be pretty interesting, like an actual sibling, how they would act, how some people get mad at each other, because that's how me and my brother act. Like we get mad at each other, then we like each other, kind of like that. I did like their interaction between both of them. I found it to be pretty cool. The fight sequences between them in hell as well as Earth, I found it to be pretty cool. Like I liked it pretty cool. As far as the plot, it continues on from like season 1 at the end, where Dante is like still in cryostasis. The Americans are invading hell, which obviously there's like a lot of political messaging there with like our current political landscape. You can literally insert what's happening in our real world into the Devil May Cry verse. And obviously, what was it, President Hoppers, I think that was his name, is a parody of, you guys, you know who, Barnes, the vice president. I liked him. I'm pretty ashamed that they like kind of killed him off, because I liked him. I wanted to see more of his character. Yeah, he was like the evil vice president. Totally not like the real life vice president. I don't know, but I like Barnes. I like them. I found it to be very interesting. Also, if you do notice, they changed his voice actor to a different one, since like the original one was Kevin Conroy and he passed away. He voiced him in like the original season. That was one of his last voice works. Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. But I didn't really mind this character. I found him to be more intriguing. and the plot twist where like he finds out his boss is actually like protruding with the devil. I found it to be really interesting. I'm just ashamed like he died. Like I found him to be a really cool character. Like he was a villain, but then like he pretty much threw a villain straight throughout. Like I found it to be very interesting. Now to me, the main critique I have about this season is the main villain. Now Mundus overall was like the main villain. Like you could tell right off the bat, but somehow they introduced like a secondary villain, the god of chaos or whatever, and like the business guy. I forgot what his name was. The Ouroboros. Well, I'm just gonna call him Mr. Ouroboros. He's the one who's behind the .com. He's pretty much behind like the main company like that's giving the supplying the Americans with like anti-devil weaponry. It's revealed that he's just trying to summon like the god of chaos. He's like 600 years old. He's after Dante. He's been after Dante for like a very long time. He's had a keen interest on him, and like everything that's pretty much happened, like he sets it up in a way where okay, I'm gonna take care of Virgil. Virgil's like, we're gonna defeat Virgil. We're gonna use Dante as a weapon. I found it to be kind of annoying. Like Dante's character to me, it's like, why would you work for someone that pretty much trapped you in the first place? Yeah, I get it that they were trying to coax Dante and Virgil to go after one another because like, oh, he's kind of evil now. We need your help, even though we're clearly evil, but we're the lesser of two evils. Yada yada. I found that to be kind of annoying, kind of interesting. Like Dante is a government agent. I don't know. I guess he would be more like a freelance type of guy, but it makes sense like in the context of the show where like he has to get his weapons, he has to get his gear, so obviously he's gonna go work for .com or the Ouroboros company, get his weaponry, and then ultimately betray his back. Like this entire season, I kind of could piece it together based off what happened on the previous one. The world now knows about Makai and or Hell, so like they know what's happening. But overall, I kind of enjoyed like season 2. It wasn't bad. People are saying that was terrible. There was a lot of funny humor in it. The animation, like I said, is pretty funny. Lady, I found it to be more interesting compared to like kind of a frustrating character in season 1. Season 1, I had my gripes with it, but here I found it to be more interesting. Now the romance between her and Dante, some people are saying it's forced. I don't think so because like in the show, like if we're taking it from the show perspective, it just feels a little bit more natural. Like you can tell like these two have chemistry sort of in the show. I do feel like they work better as friends and or enemies, like more like friends. Like I genuinely feel like they work better as like partners rather than lovers, but hey, that's just me. Um yeah, I know people are really pissed about that whole thing. Also, the plot twist revealed that Lady's father is actually alive, and he was. The gesture was like pretty mind numbing to me, pretty crazy. I found that to be one of the more crazier reveals. Genuinely insane. But overall, season 2 of Devil May Cry, I found it to be a much better improvement. Obviously, it doesn't have the White Rabbit, the goated villain of this series. I do kind of find Mundus to be like just kind of he was pretty much an imposing figure. He was lurking throughout. There wasn't necessarily any build up towards him like his main plan, but we did see like in the latter half, like the 7th and the 8th episode revealed that yeah, it was him the entire time. They got Dante and Virgil's mother killed. Like wow, who could have seen that coming? Like everyone from like a mile away. But the secondary villain, the God of Chaos, like the fact that he didn't win, the fact that like we're just gonna throw him at Mundus in order to defeat him. It made sense in the context because like he wasn't at full strength, so he wasn't able to defeat Mundus. It's cool and all, but like I just found him to be kind of a wasted villain, to be honest. I don't know why. Like I kind of wanted like the villain to win in this series, just because I feel like it would have been more entertaining or so. At least the government is not the villain for once. One of my main gripes for season 1 was how they tried to make the demons like people, like good people. They're clearly demons. Like why not just like make them like straight up evil? Season 2 kind of improved on that a little bit, where like the demons are like they're little demons, like they're kind of evil. There's good factions or bad factions, but overall they're kind of bad. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. I did enjoy season 2, but if you're going in there's like as a hardcore Devil May Cry fan, you're absolutely gonna hate this series. I kid you not, you're going to hate this series. But if you're casual like me, you're probably gonna like it, have like some dislikes between it, but I gotta say, did enjoy it overall. It's pretty entertaining. I played in the background while I was working on my cosplay. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about the series for now. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, if you agree and or disagree with me. But yeah, peace.